not already, but like I said, we still have plenty of summer fun for you guys to enjoy. Our last show
Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, Williamson County Parks and Recreation proudly continues a holiday tradition as the 23rd Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show and the 10th Annual Kris Kringle Car Classic return to the Ag Expo Center in Franklin on Saturday, November 2nd and Sunday, November 3rd. Get ready to jumpstart your holiday shopping with almost 140 craft booths featuring a unique selection of handmade gifts. Now, you know I always say this when I talk about our holiday arts and crafts show, but what I think makes our event so special are the one-of-a-kind gifts you can find at this event. All of our vendors sell handmade items. No commercial items or vendors are allowed. So this event truly provides a unique shopping opportunity for original gifts for all ages and all of the people on your holiday shopping list. Even Santa's elves are busy constructing a booth for that jolly old elf to visit on both of our show dates to hear the wish lists of all the children and take a commemorative keepsake photo for mom and dad. And finally, men, while your ladies shop, visit the 10th Annual Kris Kringle Car Classic held in the center of the facility on the arena floor. Over 80 classic and modified automobiles have been handpicked and assembled exclusively for this show. Voted one of the best car shows in the state of Tennessee, this year's event will feature vehicles spanning 100 years of automotive history, and this year's special feature will include a showcase of the best, where we will bring back all of the winners from our past car shows. Then rounding out this year's event is a special performance by the Williamson County Community Band. Again, it's an all-volunteer group of musicians, and they will be playing a selection of marches, concert pieces, jazz, and Broadway favorites under the expert direction of band leader Mr. Ken Krause. Admission to all of these events is only $2 per person per day, and children ages 12 and younger are admitted for free. This event has definitely become a holiday extravaganza that you do not want to miss. Today we'll be talking with some of the artisans and craft vendors that will be participating at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show so that you can get an example of the different kinds of unique things that you can find at this event. Joining me for the first half of our show today are Dee and Don Johnson. Dee, John, thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, I'm so excited to have you guys come in today to talk to us about what you guys are going to be offering at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show, because again, I do think it's just one of those special treasures in Williamson County. Handmade and original artwork is, you know, one of those kind of dying forms of art these days, and I love that we're able to really showcase that and put it on display for people to see all of the unique things that are out there. You guys are stained glass artists, and you've brought a collection of some of your different types of art today. First of all, tell us a little bit about how you guys got started in stained glass art and kind of how long you've been doing this.
I have been doing this for about 15 years. I took a class and started off with stepping stones. That's what I wanted to do first because I am a master gardener and I like working out in the yard. So I started doing the stepping stones because when you bought one, you take it home in a couple years it would fall apart. Mm-hmm. And so I decided to come up with putting them on cement and stained glass them, and they last forever.
Forever and
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something else that you can enjoy in your garden.
Exactly. And you can set them in the garden, or you can use them as tables, or you can set them up against trees, or you know, whatever you want, and they're there forever. And I have been selling stepping stones and other products that I have for people instead of buying flowers for funerals.
You know, and that's a good point. When we had our baby 2 years ago, we got a stepping stone from a family friend.
Right.
And it's a great way to commemorate milestones in your life.
Exactly.
Because like you said, they last forever.
Exactly.
It's something beautiful that you can incorporate into your home or your surroundings around your home that will always remind you of that special point in your life.
Exactly.
I love it. All right, well, you've got a variety of different things that you have brought here today, some really beautiful pieces, and here's a couple of the stepping stones that you just mentioned. How do you find your inspiration for these pieces? I mean, obviously your love of gardening started you out with the stepping stones, but you've got a wonderful birdhouse, so a vase, some great entertaining pieces, a beautiful tray here. I'm going to tilt this up so people can see the inside of this. But there's such a variety of different kinds of things that you do.
I just try to find stuff that you can put glass on and, you know, just work it that way. And it's just like, you know, there again, I am out in the garden, so I have a sitting bird bath that you could use, and you can put bird seed in it, or you can put water in it. There again, I put some lava rock in it, and the butterflies come to it. The frogs come in it, or you can use...
It's for everybody.
Exactly.
When it's in nature, it's for everybody.
Exactly. And it's like the clay pots. You can put glass on them, and, you know, I put my flowers in them. You can put them on the fence, or, you know, give them there again as a present for Christmas, for school teachers or whatever. Right.
Different approach to wrapping.
Exactly.
Wrapping doesn't always mean paper.
Exactly.
There's tons of ways to give a gift, and that would be a wonderful way to expand on a
Right.
gift.
Right.
Very nice. And I love the basket, the wrought iron basket. It would be a beautiful piece in your home or on your porch for
Right.
entertaining,
For
everyday
entertaining.
living, or just pure decoration for your home.
Right. Right. And that's, you know, that's what you did. I found something and kind of wait until it comes into my head and just put it on glass. And that's what I did with this. It was like it fit, and just glass it, and you can use it on table. I used it outside and for entertainment and everything. So.
And it's very functional, I know. Well, I'm intrigued by creative people because I have no creativity in me whatsoever. So I'm always interested to know how you come up with these ideas, kind of, and the process that you go through to make something like this. I would love to be able to put together a fraction of what you do, but I'm too atypical for it. Like, I can't conceptualize how I would go from just a stepping stone to something as beautiful as this. So how does all of that work?
I'll go through books and stuff, and I'll find patterns, or I'll, you know, make them up. I'm a very bold person when it comes to color and stuff, because I do like the color because of the gardening and stuff like that. But just, you know, you go through and you make your pattern, and you have a grinding process, and then, you know, the process of putting it on. And in these in particular items, you have to put like a clear coat over, so it takes longer.
Right.
And everything to seal and to do.
Right,
but
to seal
the
and to
process
dry.
itself is pretty simple once you get to doing it.
Once you get, once you figure out what you want
Right,
to
what
do.
you want and what you want to put something on.
Now, where does all the glass come from?
I will buy glass, you know, at the hobby stores, or, you know, you can order it online, or, you know, find it. Some people I've been doing, they're bringing me cups and stuff that I can break up, and teacups and stuff like that. Or there was a lady from Maine that brought me a piece of an oil painting that I just got done doing, and she took it back to Maine on a tray and everything. But just, you know, glass from everywhere.
It was an oil painting on glass. It was like almost 100 years old. So
That's awesome.
Right.
I never thought about the possibility of being able to recycle materials.
Right, recycle a lot
into
of, yes.
this.
Recycling is a big thing.
Again, in my very type A mind, I'm thinking you go buy stained glass to do stained glass projects. I would never think about
Right.
taking things that already
That
exist
you already
in your
have.
home that you can repurpose into something else.
Exactly.
So, well, there's another level to antiquing right there. Spend your weekends looking for extra pieces to go into your art projects.
Right.
Yeah.
People's always looking for glass for me. So.
So I'm sure they are. I'm sure
Yeah.
you have people out roaming all around the place. Dawn, what's your interaction with this?
mainly I just help her with picking up the raw materials and helping her with a lot of the labor stuff. I don't really do the glass, that's all her.
That's all me.
She's the artist, not me.
Yep.
But a lot of moral support too.
A lot of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure, and I'm sure it just helps having another person around to bounce your ideas off of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
she
about
does.
this. What do you think?
Right, right.
Yeah.
He
Would
does
someone
help
else
me.
be interested in this? I don't,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure that's a tough love.
She's always doing that.
It's always good to have a nice
Yep.
honeydew helper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he is.
That's wonderful. Well, you have a variety of different shapes and sizes and things like that. Tell us a little bit about kind of the pricing that goes into it, because I'm sure it's probably reflective on the materials and the time that go into it.
The time, like most of the stuff, and I don't even have everything here, and most of my things can start off at 10 to, I think the highest thing we have now is our table down there that's 70 and everything, but it really just depends. So there's something for like school teachers, for presents, for parents, you know, they're everywhere. So, you know, it's a good variety. Lazy Susan's here.
Oh, I just assumed it was another stepping stone. I had no
that's
idea.
a Lazy Susan.
Ah, I
And
love
so,
it.
yeah, so by the time, you know, you put that, those are 65. And so, you know, you can use them inside or outside. So, you know, everything is priced, you know, reasonably. Our birdhouses, they're 25. So,
They're so cute.
yeah, and
This
it just
is-
depends on the tray.
Right.
Different sizes.
Different sizes
Right,
and different
right.
shapes like that. This absolutely speaks to me because I know what I'm getting one person on my Christmas list now. We have some family friends that have a beautiful home and garden, and they love gardening, and they have tons of stained glass in and around their home and their garden. But she's never had a stained glass Lazy Susan before.
Right. It's just something that we started, and
I love this job. I just
Yeah.
marked one name off my list right
there you go.
It's absolutely perfect. Well, tell us a little bit about your booth at the craft show. What kind of things are you going to have there, and do you ever take special requests?
Yes, we do take special requests and everything. And as far as our booth, we'll have gobs more stuff, and you know, everything you see here will be there plus more. And we're real excited about getting out there and, you know, letting people see.
Well, do you have a website or someplace where people can go to get more information about your art or maybe some of the other things that you do?
I am on Facebook, and it's under Stepping Stones and etc. And or you can, you know, give me a call, and my phone number is 931-446-3018, D. Johnson.
You just did so good. Whenever someone asks me my phone number, I go dead. I'm like,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
phone number.
I know, I usually tell my son's number. But yeah, you can reach me there, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you or, you know, give you some ideas.
Wonderful. And then, Dawn, you're also going to be participating with one of the groups in the car show as well.
Yeah, correct. Yes. Hot Rods and Threads, they have an entry or two every year. Matter of fact, they're going to have 2 this year. So I work there, so I have a double interest at the show. So I'll be hopping from the car show to the craft show.
You guys are the perfect couple on this event that love the art side and,
Right.
and that love the car side as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I think it makes this such a family inclusive type of event because there's
Yeah, it
something
is.
for everybody at this
Exactly.
event. With Santa being there for the kids, it's something that everybody can enjoy and participate in and have fun. Well, great. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show.
Well, thank you.
And the cars at the Kris Kringle
Yeah.
Card Classic as well. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking with another crafter that will be participating in this event as we continue to talk about Williamson County Parks and Recreation's 23rd Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show and 10th Annual Kris Kringle Card Classic.
Some children just seem to be born leaders. They have the natural ability and confidence that just makes other people want to work with them. But all children can become leaders, and here are a few things you can try to develop the leadership potential for your child. First, watch leaders in the news and talk about what makes them good at leading. Model leadership for your child through your own involvement in school, business, or community activities. Teach your child to look at things from other people's points of view, because good leaders can see the world from different perspectives. Look for opportunities for your child to be involved in leadership activities through church, clubs, scouts, or athletic teams. Hold family meetings and let your child take turns being in charge. Now remember, don't pressure your child beyond his ability If he seems to be unhappy or stressed, just relax and lighten up and try again when he's ready. Remember, stay connected. You're the vital link in your child's school success. I'm Joan Tidwell, and this is Parent Connection.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department's upcoming 23rd Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show and 10th Annual Kris Kringle Car Classic. For the second half of our show, we're joined with Darlene Monk with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. She's the coordinator for this wonderful event, as well as Mr. Alfred Myers, who is another one of the vendors who will be participating in our show this year. Thank you both for joining us today.
Good morning, Kerri. Such a pleasure to be here.
Mr. Myers, thank you for taking the time to come in here today and talk to us as well. Let's talk a little bit about what you do. You do wood carving, miniatures, and ornaments, Christmas ornaments. And we have a variety of them sitting out here on the table. I can't wait to start getting into some of this stuff. I'm intrigued and I love it all. It's adorable and too cute, and my daughter would love every single piece of it. Tell us a little bit about how you got into woodworking and kind of how long you've been doing this.
Well, I've been doing it since 1965.
So you've had a little practice.
A little bit. I was looking for a hobby. I tried several different things, and I was in Gatlinburg, and this fellow was carving on the street. He sat down on a bench, and so I sat down beside him and watched him for about an hour. And his name is, I'll think in a minute.
I have to do that sometimes.
John Cowden.
Okay.
John is still living. He's about 90 years old now.
Goodness.
But I watched him for about an hour, and he invited me over to his shop the next day. So I saw how he cut out the pieces with, he called them blanks. And he cut out a blank for me with a little hound dog. And I went home after the vacation and started working on my hound dog. After about 2 weeks, it looked just like a hound dog.
Wow.
It doesn't look at all like a hound dog today, though.
You're like, to me, it was a hound dog.
Then it did.
To somebody else.
That's how I got started, and I was pretty much self-taught from that point on.
Wow. So you do all of this just on your own.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing to me the intricateness of it all. We have a lot of different pieces up here on the table, different sizes and different types of things that you do. Some of these are ornaments, some of these are miniatures. But just looking around at the different things that are on here, you know, it's amazing to me that you're able to get into some of the detail, you know, with this little ornament with the tricycle. I mean, it moves and turns, and our wheels work, you know, lovely. And then you even have these little itty bitty baby shoes over here. I don't know how you carve something this small, and you do it all with one single pocket knife.
Yes.
That is absolutely amazing to me. How do you decide what you're going to carve?
Well, I get a lot of ideas from things about my daughters growing up, some of the toys they had, and just see if I can reproduce them. That's how I come up with little tricycles and things like that. I like to, when I'm carving something, I like to see how small I can carve it.
There you go.
The boots you showed there, those are, I made those as earrings.
Oh.
And the little bigger ones are ornaments. I've made some real big ones, you know, like about 4 inches tall.
Oh, okay.
And I tell the kids, these boots I left out in the rain, and they shrunk.
And they shrunk. Look what happened to them. Don't leave your shoes out in the rain, kids. Look what can happen to them. Well, how do you, I know, because there has to be a different approach to if you're doing something, you know, as small and fine as those little booties to something that's, you know, 4 inches tall. How do you kind of get your concept about what I'm going to make and start going into working on it when you're trying to think of like scale and size?
It just comes out that way.
You're just naturally gifted that way, aren't you?
I sketch everything I'm going to do, I make a sketch first. I might make 8 or 10 sketches, and I'll leave it on my workbench, and I'll pick out the one I like the best, and that's the one I carve. So after I carve that one, if I still like it, then I carve 3 more, one for each of my daughters. And if I still like it, then I carve some to sell.
To sell. It's kind of, it's the quality control measure
Right,
to your
right.
overall finished product. I love that. And the fact that you do them for the girls too is pretty special. Well, and I love looking around at some of the different things that you have here. The first thing I saw when you opened up your case this morning was the helicopter. The helicopter is lovely for us. My daughter right now is really into everything that moves. She
would love
pretty
that.
much wants to be a little boy because she loves trains and she loves trucks and she loves planes and she loves helicopters.
There you go.
That would be perfect for us. I think I know what somebody might get in their stocking now. But I love all the different approaches to all of it, and I love how some of them can be commemorative pieces that you can use year after year after year, like with the holiday ornaments. My in-laws are real big collectors of holiday ornaments, and something like this would be something unique that they couldn't pick up in a store, that they could always celebrate with every year. It would always be part of their tradition.
Kerri, I've noticed the shine and the finish on some of these ornaments. That is just amazing. Can you maybe tell us how that comes about?
For years I tried to get the kind of finish I wanted, and I finally came up with a hand rubbed tung oil finish, and I used that for about 10 years, and then I became allergic to it.
Oh,
So then I started using polyurethane, and that's what I'm using today, polyurethane. What you see here is a polyurethane finish, and it's like its own furniture. It will last forever.
now,
Beautiful.
I'm a novice of any of this. How do you get the 2 different textures or the 2 different tones of wood on one piece like that reindeer there?
On this one
His
here,
chest is a little bit lighter than
Yeah.
the rest of his body.
this is his cedar, and the white is what they call sapwood. It's the wood that's on towards the outside of the tree, and the red or the darker color is the heartwood. So most sawmills, when they're sawing cedar, will throw away the white part. They cut it off, throw it away. But I try to save it because it looks like light reflecting off the piece when
Right.
you carve it.
It's beautiful. Now, where do you get your materials? Is there a place you go to get lumber, or
Well,
do you find it on your own?
Some of it I find on my own, just scrap wood.
It's in the backyard, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of it I get at Woodcraft, the Woodcraft store today. I used to get it at a sawmill out in the country here at Bending Chestnut.
Yes, sir.
Two old fellows that had the sawmill, the Fox brothers,
That's right.
and one died and the other is too old to work it anymore. So I just have to rely on Woodcraft, places like that.
You pick up what you can where you can.
Pardon?
Pick up what you can where
Yeah,
you can.
yeah.
Yep, that sounds amazing. Tell us a little bit about some of the pricing of these pieces. I know a lot of time has to go into them. Kind of tell us a little bit about some of the price points. I'm sure it's dependent on the size and the amount of work or the detail that goes into them.
I price everything according to how long it takes to make it, and my hourly fee is $3.
I was about to say, you can't beat those rates
So
anywhere.
that's why I carve all this for the money. $3.
Absolutely. At those rates, absolutely. Now, I can tell you love doing this. This
Yes,
is your
I do.
passion, isn't it?
I do.
And it
It's
shows
wonderful.
in your work. It shows how much you love to do that in your work.
It has a lot of personality in it, and there's other things. There's an owl up here who actually has a pin on the back, so it's a brooch for the ladies if they're looking for something unique to wear. This would be great for my mom. She's a kindergarten teacher.
Oh,
so
kids would love that.
yes, this is something her kids would absolutely love. Any kid would. But a lot of variety. And the other thing I wanted to pick up too today was this little guitar that you've put a Tennessee quarter in, which I think is a wonderful way to highlight a commemorative piece of
Yes.
our country, our state, and our country's history. When the U.S. Treasury issued all of the state quarters, my mother and my grandmother tried to keep them all for us and get us one from every state, and being able to display them in something like this is unique. It kind of makes it a little extra special.
Yes, it does.
It does.
It does. It's
Well, these are all
beautiful.
beautiful pieces, Mr. Myers, and we look forward to seeing many more at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show. I know people will be able to visit you at that booth, but if people had other questions about your ornaments or your miniatures, is there a way that they can get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can. I'd love for them to visit me at the craft show. I will be at booth 112, and if you can't make it to the craft show, you can contact me at my home. My phone number is 615-791-4256. If there's no answer, just leave a message and I'll call you back.
Sounds great. We look forward to seeing you at the craft show, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Darlene, I can't believe it. Neither one of us have been around for all 23 years, but the 23rd Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show is almost here,
Yes, it
along with the 10th Annual Kris Kringle Car Classic. This is a huge endeavor that you undertake every year and do a magnificent job for the department in putting together.
Thank you, Kerri.
We're excited about this year's event. Tell us real quick the dates and the times and the location for this year's event.
Okay. This year's show is November 2nd and 3rd. It's a 2-day show, Saturday and Sunday. Show times for Saturday is from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. I want to give everybody plenty of time to get in there on Saturday and do that shopping. If you don't get to make it out on Saturday, please come and join us on Sunday from 12 noon to 4 p.m. We'll be open those hours as well on Sunday.
And we'll be hosting this event again at the Williamson County Ag Expo Center.
That is correct.
That's off exit 61 on
Yes.
Interstate 65 at Paytonsville Road, located off of a long lane. Love that we are able to use that facility for this event. It is the perfect mix, or it's the perfect facility for the mix of events that we have going on with this program. And then in addition to the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show and the Kris Kringle Car Classic, we also have Santa who will be visiting us on both show dates. Tell us when Santa will be there for photos with the kids.
Santa will be there Saturday until 2 o'clock on Saturday.
10 to 2.
10 to 2. And then on Sunday until 2 as well.
So you can look for him. I think the show starts at noon, so
It does.
between noon and 2 on Sunday
Yes.
for photos with Santa. A great opportunity for kids to kind of get some FaceTime with Santa
That's right.
early this
That's
year.
right. Get those
You
holiday
can never
lists in.
start too early with your holiday wish list.
That's right.
So the first weekend in November, you have your first opportunity to have a little one-on-one time with the jolly old elf and turn in that Christmas wish list. You know, beat the lines at the mall and the
That's right.
crowds,
That's
and
right.
come visit us to see Santa first.
That's right.
Photos are welcome with Santa, and then we will do a commemorative photo with a frame for $3 if families are interested in that as
That's
well.
correct.
And then rounding out our activities with this event, we also have a performance with the Williamson County Community Band.
That's correct.
That will be at 2 p.m. on Sunday, November the 3rd.
Yes.
They'll be performing in the meeting room at the Ag Expo Park. So just another thing that people can enjoy with this event. Admission to all of these things is only $2 per person per day. Children ages 12 and younger are admitted for free, and parking is free for this event as well. So please join us for this very special holiday event and help us celebrate the 23rd Annual Holiday Arts and Crafts Show along with the 10th Annual Kris Kringle Car Classic. We, of course, want to thank our wonderful community sponsors for this event.
Yes.
With all of the different types of programs that we do across the county, our community sponsors really do help make a lot of these events possible. This year we want to thank Darrell Waltrip Automotive Group, the Children's Academy, Elite Physical Therapy, Sports Clips, and our media partner WKDF. Anything that we're leaving out here about this event, Darlene?
I think you've got it all covered. Just fun for everybody.
Fun
Come
for
on
everybody.
out.
Y'all come see us November 2nd and 3rd at the Williamson County Ag Expo Center. If you would like more information about this event, you can visit any of our Williamson County Parks and Recreation facilities to pick up a copy of our free monthly newsletter, or you can visit us online at www.wcparksandrec.com. I again want to thank Dee and Don Johnson, as well as Mr. Alfred Myers, for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you guys at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Show, and we hope to see you all there as well. Until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.
So much has gone by already. The summer fun